attacking midfielder, you want to learn ball mastery, ball retention, this is the guy to study. This is Isco. He's a Real Madrid legend. He won the most Man of the Match awards in the 2023-2024 season with Real Betis. He's known as the Magician. We're learning his 5 signature moves. Let's get into the video. First skill move we're going over today is Isco's Roulette turn or Marseille turn. It's very much so like Zinedine Zidane's. Another name for this skill is, of course, the Maradona. Unlike Maradona, who performs this skill usually by using the soles of both feet, Zinedine Zidane and Isco actually use, for the first touch, the inside of the foot, and then pull it with the opposite foot sole. It's 2 touches, it's quick, inside the foot to sole, away from the opponent. Isco uses this most often in tight quarters. He may have just received a pass, and there's a defender closing him down, and he'll quickly, smoothly caress it with the inside of his foot and then pull it with the sole of the opposite foot. Sometimes there's multiple defenders around him. He may have received a pass or won the ball back from a defender, and he turns. There's an opposition right there as well in close quarters. Again, inside a foot, pull with the sole of the opposite foot away from both defenders, splitting them. Boom, boom. And there you have it, Isco's Roulette or Marseille turn, just like Zizou. Isco's second signature skill is La Croqueta. And I know we've been over this countless other times in other skill tutorials. I honestly believe he does it uniquely. He does it with his own specific style, and he honestly uses this probably more than any other footballer in the world right now. For La Croqueta, the simple shift of the ball from one side of the body to the other, taking it away from the opponent. You use the inside of both feet. So I'm starting on my right side. I'm gonna push or pull the ball with the inside of this foot to the left side of my body, and then push it in a vertical direction away from the opponent. I love this skill move because you can use it on the dribble, coming at pace around the defender, or sometimes if you find yourself stagnant, just received a pass, you're in tight quarters, defender's closing you down, you can just do it around the defender like that. Sometimes you have multiple defenders closing you down, and this is the skill move you can use twice, multiple times around the opponent. It was, after all, my very first skills tutorial, and I truly believe it's the simplest yet most effective skill there is in all of football. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out and master this skill for sure. All right, let's go to number 3. Skill move number 3 is what I like to call the Cruyff 180 turn. Isco uses this skill when he's dribbling at pace at the opposition towards their goal, but there's defenders flanking him, converging on him like this, closing him down. He's driving forward, they're closing him down in 2 angles. I'm gonna be dribbling, driving at pace towards that central defender. These 2 flank defenders are converging in. So imagine they continue to run in. This is where I'm gonna pull the Cruyff and then pull it 180 and attack. He's driving, he's gonna Cruyff it back and then pull it 180 degrees. It's 2 components. First, a Cruyff turn to offset the defenders, and then he's pulling it back in this direction towards goal. Because when you think of it, both these defenders are running at pace. He's gonna Cruyff it, and this defender is still coming in this direction. So when he Cruyffs it, he's still moving in that direction, the defender. And now Isco has this room to take this space around the defender that way. So it's a really smart, just couple of changes of direction to offset the defenders, get more space, and then target that space. And it's really a highlight of his just genius, because he's seeing the play develop as it's happening before it happens, and he's outwitting the opposition. And he's essentially done a 360 turn in 2 skill moves around all these defenders. And now he's in on goal, takes a shot himself, scores a goal, or slips a pass, gets an assist. Isco's Cruyff 180 degree turn. Number 4, we're sticking with Cruyff. It's Isco's Aerial Cruyff turn. So when he's done this in the past, there's been 2 defenders flanking him. The ball's up in the air. Instead of bringing it down like this, having the defenders close him down, stealing the ball, he's got to be quick, got to be decisive, and his turn, his touch, has to be away from these defenders to maintain possession of the ball. And he does it so smoothly, just like this. Ball's up in the air, boom, boom. Again, most important aspect of this is you're taking it off the half bounce, so it's barely touching the ground, and then you're performing the Cruyff. So your timing is really important for this one. obviously knowing where the space is behind the defenders and beating them to it. And it's one touch away from the opposition into space, and you got to get on your motor to retrieve the ball, maintain possession of the ball for your team. He knows where the space is behind him. He knows he's closed down here. Again, he knows if he takes a touch right here, he's losing that ball. He can't even take a touch in this vicinity. He's only allotted one touch, and it has to be away from these two. So he does a Cruyff out of the air, away from pressure, maintaining possession of the ball. Again, just like this. It looks really nice when it comes at an angle like this. You can pop. What? Pop. This is ISCO'S Aerial Cruyff. All right, save the best for last. None more majestic than this last one. It's ISCO'S Elastico. He uses it most often when he's near the opposition's touchline. He's one-on-one, he taunts him, come and get it, and then throws it. He's typically doing this on the left side of the field, putting in, dribbling into the box. That defender presents himself, boom, boom. So now the ball is on his left foot, and he can either cross it to a teammate for an assist, or he can wrap the outside of his foot around it, far post, and try to score himself. When he does do it on the right, and he's cutting into the box, he does it, and now he's on his left foot again, but he can curl it with the inside of his foot to the far post, try to score. Fundamentally, the skill move, again, is the Elastico. So it's a touch with the outside of his foot, and then he's snapping it back with the inside of that same foot. Technically, the Elastico is one fluid touch. You never take your foot off the ball after you first put the outside of your foot on it. You just snap it back. So again, boom, boom. With the Elastico, it's best to perform it when you're coming at the defender kind of slowly. You don't want to be driving at pace at the defender and lose possession of the ball. You want to have control before you try to do the skill. So I would just be on your toes, taking little touches and then snap it. Versus if you're driving really fast at pace, taking long strides, the ball's going to be too far ahead of you to even perform it. There you have it, number 5, ISCO'S Elastico.